Hello there, friend. Welcome to Start Early Today, your daily dose of mindfulness and positivity. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well wherever you may be. Despite the heat, how are you handling the heat? Are you complaining? Or are you celebrating? Everything is a choice, my friend. And the power is within you. The power is inside how you look at things. So we're just walking around the block. Today's episode is Start Early Today, Walk Around the Block Mindfulness Club, an opportunity to tune into what's true. And when we say what's true, what do we really mean by that? Truth is what is within you. Truth is your higher self. Truth is when we surrender and when we let our preferences aside. And tuning into nature is a really good tool to cut out the noise, to minimize the chatter of the small parts of our brain. It is our intellect that only puts together things that it knows, okay? It only functions from things that it knows and from the patterns that it has experienced. And it's a very limited space to be in. And this is where we become anxious and frazzled because we're always in the space of wanting to know and needing to know and needing for something to be a certain way. But in these practices of mindful walking, deliberate intent, spaciousness creation, we get to expand our view of life and we get to create space for what could be. Always remember to watch the road, my friend. Watch the road. Watch out for cars. The vibe right now is quiet. It's a Sunday and people are, I think, asleep. It's a beautiful Sunday and you can hear the animals just call and echo to be loved and to be united with humans through the birds and through the squirrels and through the dog. Tuning into the breath, making the feet serve as your metronome. It sets the tempo. So feel the palms of the feet, feel the balls of your toes, and then bring the attention to the calves and to the thighs. And as you breathe, you just feel refreshed and invigorated. And you feel that vital force, that vital energy being received from the universal unconscious, from the mountains, from the vast sky, from the birds, from all the wise people who has ever lived. It has all boiled down to you, my friend. How's your coffee? Shout out Caroline. She always loves coffee. Why don't you guys go to Talking to Myself by Caroline on Substack and click that Buy Me a Coffee button and support your fellow creators. Going back to walking, feel free to roll the shoulders and just breathing in the leaves, breathing in the oxygen that comes out of the leaves. And imagine this visual that we are all connected by strings. That is what string theory is all about. That we're all interconnected, we're all interbeings. That you're connected to each plant, that you're connected to the earth. And as humans too, that we are all interbeings, meditating on the oneness of life, meditating on the correctness of each happening, and becoming truly aware and awake into our role. And how do we do this? We do this by, hello train! Just allowing the train to pass through. Going back to the feet. Deep inhale. Hey, morning, beautiful day. Good. That's my fellow walker. He's an elderly man, but he's always cheerful. He's wearing a ranger's hat with a string that goes underneath the face, underneath the head. And he enjoys walking. He's just walking. There's another elderly man here, and he comments on the way I do kettlebells. And then when I asked him, can you show me how? He could not show me. He said he used to do it when he was young. And then I said, thank you for the tip. He said to carry the kettlebell and make the sign of the cross. That's pretty hard, but I'm always up for the challenge. So, going back to oneness, intention. How does the day look like to you, my friend? We begin by imagining, and of course, silencing the chatter of the talking small self. The small self is perpetually insecure. It never feels safe, and it never feels content and satisfied. And there's another version of you which is called the higher self, the one that is on top of the mountain, who can see the big picture. It can see the journey. So the higher self points you to the right direction. And us here down in the valley, we think, where do I need to go? Why am I supposed to go here? I need to know. But the higher parts of ourselves know, because he sees from the top of the mountain. And there's another version of you who is in the valley, who just needs to trust that when the higher self says, turn right, you should turn right. No explanation needed. And this is what we call surrendering. When you surrender and you let go and you just tune into who you really are, things become a whole lot simpler. What's simple for you? Do what you're excited to do. Not because you think you should do it for praise and applause, or even praise and applause from yourself. Okay? Do what feels right. Meditating on the chosen virtue or whatever your spirit tells you within the day. So you'll know this if you pray in the morning or meditate first thing in the morning. This is the purpose of our walk. To ask. So ask, my friends. Ask and it is given. So as Abraham Hicks taught, there are only 3 steps. First step is to ask. It is our job to ask. It is in our conscious mind. That is where it happens, when we ask. And then step 2, it's not up to us. It is given. The moment we ask, the quantum or things that are outside of the visible plane, the fourth dimension, the universe, the unexplained things, it is already making itself in favor of your asking. The transcendentalists talk of this. Ralph Waldo Emerson talked a lot about this, that the universe conspires when we desire. The universe yields and molds itself according to our wishing and feeling. That's the most important thing too. When we feel and when we're really deliberate in identifying our desires and we feel it to be real before it comes. And then the universe makes a way for it to come in our world unexpectedly in ways that we never have imagined. All we gotta do is show up to things wherein we are ready to receive. Gary Vaynerchuk said, position yourself to success. So get yourself in the proximity of the world. You are where you see yourself closest to your desire becoming real. But that's all you need to do. Showing up. But how it comes to you is none of your business. So that's step 2. And now step 3, you gotta allow. So know that it's done and given the moment you desire. And step 3 is just to get ourselves out of our own way. Put the thinking and chattering mind in its place, which is just by the wayside. It is a very small part of you. It does not have any control of you because you're here, you're faithful. The real you is faithful and surrendered to magic. It is ready. It is strong. If you will to be, if you choose to be, so become the beautiful, vibrant merchant of good that you are. Embody this. Think this. Be on guard. Not defensive, just on guard, being alert and awake, and to not react too quickly. Okay? There's a difference between natural alertness, that of which the fencers, what do you call that? Fencing. In fencing and in martial arts, there's this natural alertness as compared to moving in different directions unnecessarily. So you're just alert and awake and knowing that you're gonna make the right move when it is needed. Okay? So that is where trust comes in. That is where faith comes in. Shout out to Alessia Moyamba. To check out her podcast. Your boy will be there in July. So what else is exciting with you? Are you gonna go out on a picnic? Are you gonna meet some friends, connect with new people, and put yourselves where you have never put yourself before? It's pretty exciting. Go to a swimming pool and watch your mind. If it's being too chatty or too opinionated, thank it and say, thank you, mind, for your opinion. I'll put that in the suggestion box and we'll get back to it on audit day. But for now, I'm gonna have fun in here. I'm gonna feel the water. I'm gonna drink my coffee in full presence and awareness. If you're ready to head on with your life with more mindfulness, open up greater abundance with a strong mind, body, and spirit, go to startearlytoday.com. and we'll make each day count. We're gonna create paths, we're gonna create roadmaps, we're gonna design some practices that will suit you well, and we're gonna hold ourselves accountable and surprise ourselves, allowing our own minds to be blown, because you never know what's in there if we do not really listen and dive deep and feel and allow and stick with a little discomfort to know what's true. So that's the theme for today, I guess, is truth. What is true to you? Truth is simple. Truth is love. Truth is allowing and acceptance and flow. That's it for today. Happy Sunday. Namaste.